Hello, everyone. I hope you had a great holiday weekend. It's hard to believe it's September. Isn't this crazy? This year has gone by so fast. So it means we need to get into gear and to get those things done that we want to get done in 2024. Because if you haven't done it yet and you have some big goal, we're getting towards that last quarter. But we still have time. So what I want to talk about today is about resilience. And I want to talk about it because uncertainty seems to be a frequent companion in our lives. It seems that there's, I've talked in the past, as I was writing this, I realized there's such a theme with a lot of these things because, hey, Brenda, thanks for hopping on. There's a theme with a lot of these things that is, whether it's having a growth mindset that I've talked about before, or finding happiness, or embracing change, those kinds of things. There's so much of that overlaps when it comes to resilience too. If you have seen some of my posts, I am having to be very resilient as I'm dealing with this back and hip problem. It is getting better, just an update, but not quite where I want it to be yet. So I'm still having to be careful, and I have another appointment next week coming up. So, but it does seem like uncertainty is a frequent companion for us. Life is constantly changing, and whether it is something in our business, whether it's sudden changes in our personal lives or health or global events even, that can really, there's things that can really, hi Kendra, there's things that can really shake our foundation and our beliefs. It really can shake that. And I feel like I've had a lot of that lately, and hence some of the topics I've talked about. But it's not the uncertainty that defines us, it's how we respond to it. And that's what I want to talk about today. Resilience is the ability to bounce back in adversity, or to adapt to change and keep moving forward even though the road is rocky. It's not about avoiding those challenges or pretending that everything is fine when it isn't. Resilience is about facing those challenges head on and finding that strength within ourselves to overcome those challenges. So how do we build resilience in times of uncertainty? How do we cultivate that strength to get through it all? And that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to share 3 strategies. It's going to be a short one today. I'm going to share 3 key strategies that can help us all to develop greater resilience. So the first thing, you've heard this one before, the first thing is embracing change as an opportunity for growth. That first step in building resilience is to change the way that we view that uncertainty. Rather than seeing it as a threat, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth. The thing is, change forces us to get out of our comfort zone, but it's in these moments of discomfort that we can have some of our biggest growths. So, and even learn about ourselves. So in those times of uncertainty, if we can ask ourselves, how can this challenge help me to grow? Or what can I learn from this? That's a very important first step. And by embracing that change and allowing ourselves to be flexible and open to new possibilities, our mindset can turn from fear into curiosity and excitement. And that opens up so much more possibilities for us. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but with practice, it can start becoming second nature. When I was working, we had change and uncertainty all the time. And this is one of the topics that I talk to my staff about quite a bit. The second is that looking at it as an opportunity or a growth, and being able to get uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. The second one is strengthen your support systems. It's very important that that we rely on others to help get us through. Resilience is not something we just build alone. Our connections, whether it's family or friends or colleagues, play a crucial role in how we navigate those difficult times. A strong support system provides us with encouragement and a perspective. Sometimes we need that somebody looking at it with a different perspective, and also gives us comfort through those difficult times. So take time to nurture those relationships. It's not just, it is a give and take. So you want to be there for others in their times of need, but don't be afraid to lean on them when you need that support. Resilience is just as much about giving as it is receiving. And when we support each other, we create a network that helps us to have strength and to be able to weather any storm. And then the third one is focus on what you can control. It's easy in times of uncertainty to feel powerless. And we may not be able to control all of the circumstances around it, but we can control our responses to them. So focusing on what we can control, our attitudes, our actions, our decisions, can give us a sense of empowerment to be able to get through those things. So set small, achievable goals, even in the midst of the chaos, and then celebrate the progress, even as small as it may be. And by taking control of those things that you can control, you build confidence in your ability to handle the bigger things that continue to come your way. So those are my 3 strategies to help through that. And in conclusion, resilience really is not about invulnerability, but it's about being adaptable. And it's about recognizing that life's uncertainties are not roadblocks that we cannot get past. They're stepping stones to becoming stronger and more confident individuals. By embracing change as an opportunity, we strengthen by strengthening our support systems and focusing on what we can control, we can really help build our resilience, which helps us in future struggles in times of uncertainty and hardship, that it's easier. It does get easier with practice, but you do have to practice it. Remember that resilience is a choice. It's a choice to rise above our circumstances and to find strength in the midst of struggles and to move forward with confidence no matter what the future holds. I hope you find that helpful. I know it's, we, especially in an election year and things like that, it's just like there's just so much out there and so much happening and so much that can help us can cause us to feel uncertain and fearful and shaken. And by practicing these strategies and building that resiliency, you're going to be stronger and you're going to be able to get through it. So please follow me, share this. If you find people, if you feel like this would be helpful to somebody, feel free to pass it on. That's what I'm here for. And thank you for joining me. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Kendra, for joining me on my live. And if you watch this on replay, please let me know and comment. I would love to hear from you. So please join me next week on Tease Tell. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.